All right, welcome back. It is 6:10. We're talking about a lot of stuff this morning, but if you've missed anything so far, you can always go to connectamarillo.com. We've got all the latest stuff going on for you there. Of course, also on our Facebook pages and our Twitter pages as well.
Absolutely. We would tell you what the story is going to be, but little
we're
technical difficulties here. We're filling time is what we're doing. I guess I could talk about the weather. I'm always good with that. Let's talk to Adam
Snyder
with the blue dog.
He'll fill in for us.
I'm excited about that.
Adam?
Good TJI Friday morning to you. Steve's not here, so I'm going to have to be the one to wish you a good Friday today. How you doing, everybody? I'm standing here live at the Amarillo Museum of Art to talk a little blue dog exhibit. George Rodriguez, the artist, but I'm sitting here with his son, Jacques Rodriguez. Now, Jacques, we mentioned earlier sort of the story behind the blue dog being the loup-garou, the folk tale of Louisiana. But since then, he then traveled and kind of made it into a thing, and it got really popular. In fact, presidents, the White House got really interested in him doing some art, which is featured. So what are we looking at?
That's right. He was actually commissioned by the Republican Party, first to paint Ronald Reagan on his horse in this painting behind us, and then eventually George Bush, a hero of Texas, actually commissioned him as well to paint him with 10 of his 16 grandkids. 16 grandkids. And actually, now on this one over here, you actually do not see a blue dog, but there's a neat story behind this painting. You told me right before the break that this is in fact the original that was up in George Bush's office. Yeah, it still hangs in his office to this day. He sent it to us and let us use it for this show. And he sent us a great little letter thanking us for his painting that he loves, that he gets to watch every day in his office. You
can actually see this painting. I know it's a little far for you, but over here, right next to it, you see a smaller square. That is, in fact, the letter from George Sr., right? George, yeah, we're talking about George Sr. And they've done paintings for all kinds of presidents. We have one for Ronald Reagan. We have one for President Bush down there. You can see it when you come visit. There was Al Gore and Clinton walking.
Correct, yeah. That was actually Clinton's second inauguration poster in 2000.
It was his poster, like his official poster?
the official poster for the inauguration.
That's really cool. And you can't see it, but in fact, they don't have blue dogs in either of these paintings, but Clinton wanted a blue dog in his. And it really adds something to it. The dog's just spunky. He's neat. He's sort of fun to look at. And but I feel like we've seen him before.
That's right.
Where have I seen this blue dog?
Well, we've been in a couple national advertising campaigns. One for Absolute Vodka that you may have seen. Also,
what are you saying?
I'm just saying. And also with Xerox, did some national commercials in the year 2000.
Blue dog is basically everywhere. It's just this sort of national campaign that has sort of encompassed everybody. I have seen blue dog around a lot of places. You can see I have a neat little button. I'll show you a little later. It's a little far away, but
for sale at the museum, benefiting the museum as well.
It's going to be here at the museum starting tonight, actually.
Tonight, right? It's 7 o'clock. It's a big opening, open to the public, and it's free.
7 to 9, you can come free, check them out. I mean, it's not only is it up here on the entire second floor, there's stuff on the bottom floor, just all different kinds of exhibits you can imagine with this blue dog.
About 100 paintings total.
100 paintings, and you're going to be doing a seminar tomorrow, correct?
Exactly. I'll give a lecture and presentation on the history of my dad's art at about 11 o'clock tomorrow.
Now, Jacques, by the way, it's interesting. His name is Jacques George. I cannot say that. Jacques George Rodriguez, and your dad was George Rodriguez. Was you named after him, I suppose. That was
exactly, yeah. Both my brother and I, our middle names are George.
All right. Well, I'm standing here with Jacques George to talk about George Rodriguez, and we're going to be back a little later on in the show. But till then, I'm out. He's out. We're going to go back to the studio in Amarillo.
Adam, thank you so much. We sure do appreciate it. Well, we do have a lot more coming up this morning. We'll take a quick check of your forecast, and we'll have a little bit of water cooler segments for you coming up next.